is what she looks like. I promise you guys, if I can do this, you guys can do this too. Hey guys, it's Megan and welcome back to my channel. Sorry if it's a little bit echoing here. I'm actually in one of the study rooms in my apartment, so apologize for the audio. Hopefully you can hear me with this mic. But how is everyone doing? It's been quite a long time since filming anything, any sort of thing. So I miss you guys a lot. I was debating on even filming this video in the first place. One, because I literally haven't been filming in forever and it'd just be really random for me to just like post something. But I decided, you know what, I'm just gonna pick up the camera and film this anyway because I figured it's like part of the journey and I wanted to document this part of the journey as well. I mean, if you couldn't tell from the title of this video, I passed my trading combine from Topstep and I wanted to share with you guys just everything that went down. And if you guys are new here and you don't know what I'm talking about, I have been filming and documenting my trading journey on this channel for quite a while now. And even though it's been sporadic and not consistent on here, I still wanted to just document this part in becoming a full-time day trader. So I thought this was a cool milestone to just capture. And you know, I hope this helps anyone else out there who is also taking trading combines. So in this video, we're going to just go over the trade recaps of all the trades that I took during the combine that made me pass it, some of my thoughts behind each trade, some advice I would give to anyone else who is also going to take their trading combine or is thinking about taking prop firm challenges. And then I also just wanted to share some of my future plans with trading. By the time you guys are watching this video, I actually am already in my express funded account, which means that I'm able to take out payouts now that I've passed the combine. So stay tuned for that next video. I'm super excited to film that. It'll be going over all like the withdrawal process and everything. So stay tuned for that video. But anyway, yeah, let's just get into the trading combine and the trade breakdowns. Okay, so you guys are seeing, I'm just gonna be screen recording my screen so you guys can see what I'm looking at. This is my Topstep dashboard here, and I'm gonna go over each trade that I took, what happened during the trading days, and my advice for looking back on this. So anyway, so as you can see, we ended with 53,359 with 34 cents. Just to go over like the recap of the rules of the trading combine, I believe minimum 5 trading days, profit target is 3,000, max loss on the account is 2,000. There's also a consistency rule. I'm not entirely sure what that means, but if anyone else has taken a trading combine and knows what the consistency rule is, please feel free to explain it down below. But yeah, so those are basically the rules. As you can see, the objectives are right here. So profit goal is $3,000, minimum of 2 trading days. Consistency rule, this is my worst P&L day, and then this is my best P&L day. So I'll show you the little graph, performance graph that it gives. So as you can see in the beginning half of this trading combine, this was from May 14th to like say May 25th. You could see that there's not a lot of progress in those days because I remember in the beginning of this combine, I wanted to take everything really slow and not rush any of the setups. I wanted to make sure that I was confident enough to take bigger risk. For the first like 2 weeks-ish or so, I was trading micros on ES and I was just trying to build confidence enough to place the trade, kind of feel out the market and not rush anything. So that's why that graph looks like that. And then here's all the trade breakdowns. It took me 11 days to pass, trading days to pass, but it was over the duration of about a month, I would say. I purchased the combine on May 12th, didn't start trading until May 14th, and then I finished the combine on June 11th. So it was about a month. And again, like I was saying, I was taking my time with all the setups and just making sure that I was locked in with my psychology and everything. But yeah, so we'll go over each of these trades here. They're all like the breakdowns of like the positions and everything. So I will actually go to my Notion journal. And again, yes, I know I'm filming this in August and I passed my combine in June. So it's been a couple months, but I just wanted to again share with you the trades and everything. So this is my Notion, my journal for trading and everything. This is actually a template I got from, I believe, Hannah Forex. She had a really cool Notion template. I don't know if it's still available. I'll try and find the link to the Notion template that she gave. Anyway, this is back in May, and like I said, I started the first trading day on the 14th of May. We'll get into this. It was about a $42 win on the micro ES in the New York Open. I usually take screenshots of my trades. Fortunately, I didn't for like the first couple of trading days, but we'll get into like all the breakdown and everything. So that was that. And then on Friday, May 15th, I took a little bit of a loss. It was only like $5. By this time, again, you can see my starting balance from the day before, and then my ending balance here. My thoughts on this beginning part of the trading combine, still getting used to the platform, still getting used to being in the markets at New York Open, which is 6:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, just the hang of everything, which is again why I was not placing higher risk on these trades. So I just wanted to point that out. But anyway, there was a little bit of a jump here, which was on the 22nd of May, which is another Friday. As you can see, I was very sporadic and very picky on how many days or what days I was trading. That and also how many trades I was taking. So I was very, very particular in terms of what trades I was taking. After the first week of looking at MES, I actually switched to NQ because I think at this point I was in a good headspace mentally to take on higher risk. The second week and on, I was trading on NQ. So let's review the 22nd. I took a sell on NQ at New York Open. This was my starting balance, and then my P&L was about $220. I didn't take a screenshot of it, but I remember this was like, again, my confirmation to take a little bit higher of a risk. So we took a win on NQ, which was really awesome to see. And then over the weekend, I had time to decompress and everything. And the following Tuesday, which was the 26th, I took another buy on NQ at New York Open, and this was the solidification of me taking higher risk. Again, I remember during this trade, I took this trade really confidently, knowing that like I was in a really good setup and I was okay with the result of whatever happened, which ended up being a win, which was awesome. P&L was about $720, which was awesome. Put us at almost a third of the way to this combine. I was on the 5-minute. My entries are always going to be on the 5-minute. We had a clean push up. I definitely could have held this a lot longer. As you can see how much it pushed up afterwards, but I was still content with the setup. Overall, I was very pleased with how this was going. Also, I don't know if I mentioned this earlier, but for the strategy that I'm using for the entirety of my trading, I just wanted to update you guys that I am trading supply and demand. I know I mentioned that I was trading trend lines, which was Tori Trade's trend line strategy. There was nothing wrong with the trend line strategy. I just found that I felt like I was missing a lot of moves in terms of scalping. Like the strategy it works. It's just, I think I would use that trend line strategy more for like swing trading than I would for scalping. Yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say about that. But also, yes, I do trade on my phone. Do I recommend it? Probably not, but this is just what I had to do for trading in general. So anyway, I traded again on the 27th, and this one was one of my bigger winning days. I took a sell on NQ for about $1,000 here at the New York Open. And this was my trading recap here. So as you can see, I had seen a supply zone right here because we broke in structure to the downside here. But as soon as I saw that it rejected from this supply zone, I took the trade here. And then I took it all the way down until about here, which was again an A+ setup. I was very pleased with my execution on this trade. I wasn't rushing, I was just waiting for the setup to show up, and I just took the trade. That's kind of what I've been doing for most of this combine, which I think helped me pass and keep my sanity. That, and also taking breaks from the charts. I remember telling myself every day, like, your results don't define who you are. Win or lose, it doesn't define who you are as a trader, as a person. So I try to keep keep that grounded in me. That was really awesome to see that. And then on the Friday of that week, the 29th, I took a loss here for about $467. I don't think I even, no, I didn't. I didn't want to screenshot it, but I think this is why I say that your results don't define who you are, because I think I was feeling really overconfident and I was like, yes, I'm almost 2/3 of the way there. If I can just close out with $300, $400, I will be at the 2/3 mark. And lo and behold, I was rushing things. I didn't wait for my setup. I remember this day I was like not in a good mental headspace to take trades. And so that's what ended up happening. I took a loss there. And then on June 1st, the next week, I took another big loss. I took a sell on NQ. This one was probably my biggest loss of this whole thing. It was $800 loss. Honestly, I don't think that this was a terrible trade. What happened though was that I was hesitating a lot because of the loss last week. I entered really low. I think I entered below the box here or something, and the price just kept coming up. And I knew that price wanted to drop. As you can see, I entered multiple times, but for some reason, I just was hesitating a lot this day. And I knew that when I hesitate, it doesn't end up well. However, I was really happy about the setup. This was the supply zone again that I saw. This bigger zone is the 15-minute, and within the 15-minute, I saw a smaller supply zone, which would have been perfect to have entered here because it rejected so hard out of this box that it obviously dropped. This would have been the move that we took instead of playing up in here. I should have just waited, and looking back on it now, I definitely was really impatient. I felt like I was just not really sticking to the plan completely. So that's what happened here. And then June 4th, we took a win here. And this one, we pretty much made back the loss that happened on Monday. So it was about $870, which put us back at a little over the 1/3 mark threshold. I guess I didn't end up taking a picture of this one. I don't know what happened here. But like I said, I didn't want to rush things. As you can see, I didn't trade every single day. Like I took a couple days off here just to give myself a mental reset so that I can fully have my mental capacity and energy into the trading market so I can make better decisions. And I ended that week without any more trading on Friday. So we'll move on to the next week, which is the 9th, and it was a win. This one also was, I think, my biggest day. This was about $1,100. This is the trade that I took. Honestly, I didn't like the structure of this, but we see trending upwards. We're just gonna continue with the trend. I saw a demand zone here and price broke structure, came back down, barely tapped it here, and then shot up again. But yeah, I was really pleased again with this trade. I came in really aggressive because I saw that price rejected pretty hard off of this zone. Like if I see price tapping into the zone and rejecting away from the zone in whatever direction, I will most likely enter. So that's kind of my thought process on that. And then the next day I broke even. I took I guess you could say I took a small loss, but I say break even because I took 2 trades here. I think I was trying to take a buy. There's this demand order right here. Price tapped into it. I think I entered really late because I was gonna enter on the break of the candle. It didn't happen. It came straight back down and I had to exit. And then I entered again on a buy. This red candle plus this wick tapped in the zone and pushed back up, and that's the second trade I took, which broke even basically. So yeah, I lost $1,200. I gained back $1,100, which got me to a P&L of negative $147.60. It was an emotional roller coaster. I remember this day I was like, okay, I'm done. I was happy to walk away from the charts after this day. And then the next day, I came back with more of a fresher mind. I took a buy, and this is the trade that took me past the threshold of the $3,000 profit target goal. I saw this demand order block here. I entered right on that candle and price shot up. And I was, one, really happy that I took a trade that was within my trading rules and I didn't like mentally freak out, but also that I passed the trading combine. This put me over the threshold and I was like, whew, thank goodness that was over. You know, a month of trading can really take a toll on your mental. So I was very pleased and just glad to breathe that sigh of relief and just be like, you know what, I did that. and here we are passing a trading combine. So that was the entire trade breakdown. I know that might be a lot, but I think one of the biggest advice I can give to anyone who is looking to take a trading combine or is thinking about trading and getting into prop firm challenges, the number one thing is emotional management. Risk management is huge, don't get me wrong, but knowing your emotional bank, like energy bank, because trading can take a lot out of you mentally. Learning how to manage your emotions, learning how to take information, not take it personally, but take information and document it so that you can adjust for the next time is gonna be the biggest game changer. For me, especially in this challenge, it was pertinent to me to take breaks off of the charts. If you want to last longer in this game, I would say just take your time. Don't rush anything, don't force anything, and let the setups come to you. You'll do fine, I promise you. Now that I'm like 2 months out of the trading combine and into my funded account, I definitely, even from the 2 months looking back on this, I can see some of the flaws that I made during this trading challenge and things that I could have done better. But yeah, well, this was really fun. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope that you can take away some of the things, implement it into your trading combine when you get around to it. I promise you guys, if I can do this, you guys can do this too. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure to like, comment down below, and subscribe to the channel. Turn on your post notifications for the next time I post, hopefully, a video on here. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.